Hello everyone, this is Oma Jon. Welcome back to the next episode of our Let's Play. So the goal for today is to mine a bunch of iron, and we're going to mine until we have an entire stack of iron. Yeah, that's it. That's the entire episode. Although I do, because I am who I am, make a couple side quests to do other things like farm and blah 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 blah. Other things that are not mining. So what I did is I actually cut the video every time that I leave the mine, and I cut back to when I go back into the mine. And at one point there is a bit of a discrepancy. Discrepancy is not quite the right word. There's a bit of a continuity error there, because I say I'm going to mine a full stack of iron. Well, I mine a few iron, and then I go up and put it in a chest. And then I go back down to mine more. And what I decided while recording is that the goal was to make a full stack of iron, not a stack's worth of iron. So I decided not to count the ones that I put in the chest on one of my side quests, and to only count the ones that I had in my inventory at the time. So I had to get a full stack's worth of iron in my inventory from mining. So first, I head off left of my downward mining branch, and I'm at Y16. That's 16 on the Y-axis. For those that aren't big Minecraft people, the location of the game is measured in mathematical axes, because as we know, what everyone wants to do while playing video games is do math. So, I'm at Y16, which is the best place to find iron in the most recent update. So I mined here for quite a while, and this is our first fun cut. Are you ready? This is going to be so exciting. 3, 2, 1. Hey, and now we're headed back down. So much fun. I know. Okay, so we'll let Steve here keep going. Oma Jon's working hard. I want to lament something, actually. And it is about the software I use when recording these, not so much recording, but when I'm editing these and when I'm recording the voiceovers. The video software that I'm using, in order to zoom in and out, you have to hit Alt and then scroll up and down, and that's zoom. Take a break from complaining and talk about this fun little cave we just hopped into. This is actually the first lush cave I have found in Minecraft. I think these were added in 1.17. These might have been 1.18 actually. I can't remember for sure. And this is the first one that I have found, so it was a lot of fun. They're gorgeous. As I was walking around in here, all I could think was, I would love to build some kind of a base down here. Kind of like, maybe this could be like the center of my mining operation. But it also turns out to be very fruitful for iron, because there are 2 deposits down here. One here and one in the middle of the floor for some reason. I think that's actually my first time finding iron just on the floor. Every time I run into it, it's almost always in a wall. Anyways, back to my complaining. So, in the video software I use, to zoom in and out of the timeline, it's Alt and then scroll. But in the audio software I use, it is Control and then scroll. I also use primarily a Windows, so Alt is the innermost key towards the spacebar, while Control is the outermost. But I also use a Mac at work, which has them as Control. Well, it's not Control. It's Command, which is the innermost key by the spacebar, where Alt is on a Windows, and then the Option key, which is one to the left of the Command key. But then there is also a Control key on Macs. It just hardly ever does anything. So I just get so confused when trying to figure out how to zoom in and out when I'm in these programs. Which scrolling is also an issue, because to scroll in my video software, I can hit the space bar and then drag with the mouse, click and drag. But if I do that in the audio software, I'm selecting whatever I drag around. So it's just a whole mess. I'm also a composer, and the composition software I use has a whole nother set of rules. I think it's control and then scroll to zoom in and out. I think the spacebar does work to pan, but to select something, you have to just click. If you click and drag to select anything, it doesn't work. And you just move the page around, or you move whatever single object you click, you don't select the object. It's so confusing. And I know in a lot of them you can go into the settings and change them, but I've done that for other software in the past, and then I've forgotten that I changed it when I moved and used like someone else's computer or a work computer. I forget that I've changed it, so I get so confused how to run the software, because I'm like, this doesn't work the way I'm used to it working. Okay, done with that rant, and I want to talk about this absolutely massive cave that I have just found. Unfortunately, I can't get down there, and I think it'll probably be quite a while before I head down there, but that is just a wonderful cave. And I am excited for it in the future when we are able to hop down there. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So I head back out, having decided that that is officially the end of that branch, heading to the left of my main downward staircase. I decide that's about as far as we're going to go because I can't get across that cave. It'll take me way too long to dig around it. So I decided to dig the other way and immediately run into this little, we're going to call it a cavelet, I guess would be the best term for it. And I head down in here, and I actually really like this cave. It's so small and nook-like. It reminds me of how it actually is when you're navigating a real cave, like, not in the game. Because it's like you have to actually fit through places. It's not just this big open area half the time. It's usually something really small that might open into a big area, but there's usually some amount of like crawling or something. So I decide I need to head back out of the cave, out of the mine, so that I can get an iron pickaxe, because there's a bunch of redstone and diamonds down here, and I want to get an iron pickaxe so that I can actually get those things on my trip down here. So I sacrifice a few iron so that I can get other things on my iron mining trip. Iron mining trip is surprisingly difficult to say, but we do find a decent amount of iron here anyways, and we more than replace what we used making this pickaxe. And going this direction was actually a really smart idea overall, because as you're about to find out very shortly, this is a very resource-rich direction. I guess every direction should be resource-rich, it's just depending on how far you go. But it didn't take me long to fulfill my goal heading this direction. I think now would be a great time to remind you to like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you can see more of this Let's Play, because I'm sure at this point you are very emotionally invested in how this world turns out. I know that I am, so I assume everyone else should be too. Oh, I want to also make a quick note. I apologize if the audio is weird. I'm in a new area and I haven't recorded in this area before. That's a lie. I have recorded in this area before, but I have not recorded YouTube voiceovers in this area before. So the acoustics are quite different for that than they are for singing. So, yeah. Don't mind that. So, as you can see, I got some iron, just ran right into it on this one, and then I ran into some more right above me, which made a pretty decent increase. You can see I put the iron in my inventory on my last journey to the mainland. My last journey up to the base. Put the iron in my inventory so that we can see it. And I find this little cave, which is a weird cave. I've never seen one like this where it's like it's water. It's water. It's just stationary water. I feel like usually when I've ran into water in caves, it's either like it's water with like one block of air above it, or it's flowing water. This is just a lake with a full cave above it. And a very, very good iron deposit. As you can see, I think we were at 32 before we started this cave. And now we're not at 32 anymore. I actually can't tell if that's 48 or 40. I think it's 48 because that was a really good cave for us. I try to get this bad guy to explode and he just won't. As you can see, he's just utterly refusing. So I decided I need to take him out manually. And there we go, he is gone. And I'm looking for that gold that I saw earlier, the one block of gold. And I grab that, make sure that I have explored, seen the entirety of this cave, and learn that I have now. There were just a few more, a little bit longer, and a nice wall of iron. Grab all that. Now we're at 52. So as you can see, we're really closing in on our full stack of 64. Someone commented in the previous video about increasing, wishing that number were a little bit higher. I'll let you guys discern why. So, make my way back out of this little inlet area. Inlet? That's not the right word. Cave. Make my way out of this cave. Run into some more water. And gravel. I understand the importance of gravity. I'm just gonna leave the sentence there. I understand the importance of gravity. Not in Minecraft, just in the universe itself. But in Minecraft, I understand that like there is gravity applied to mobs and such. But to me it seems weird to have chosen that like there are 3 blocks that gravity will affect in this game, and that's it. And actually, is it just 2? Gravel and sand? Yeah, I think it's just 2. So gravity doesn't affect any other blocks except for those 2. And I feel like most of the time it's just irritating. Because it's like, well, why? Why am I getting attacked by gravel? I pick up this lapis lazuli, which some people say lapis lazuli, which I think is actually more fun. And there we go! We are at 64 pieces of iron. I decided to take this mining venture just a tad bit further, mostly just to indicate that I didn't stop there in my previous run, so that when I'm back down here mining, I'll remember, oh, there's stuff here. Alright. And that is all for this episode. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed yourselves. I had a great time, and now I have a full stack of iron. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.